Say work ethic. Being an athlete, I feel like athletes in sports, especially in college. After college, in your mind, you're like, I'm gonna go play pro. So it's like it hits you different too. I mean, I went out to Italy for like a summer league exposure type thing, and it was like $500 a month. It was like in my mind, I was like, I'm a hustler. I can go make that at the house at McDonald's. So I was like, because you finish college, and then back in your mind, like I got a degree, this and that. I'm not selling for $500. So in my mind, I was like, I'm not gonna look at this as an opportunity. I can work here and work my way up. I looked at it like, dang, if I start here and get hurt, I'm done. Yeah. So I took that as almost an insult kind of, and I could be like, it could be seen as I was quitting, but I was like, I'm about to go home and make money. I'm gonna go into the corporate world because I already felt like my parents and just growing up, I had been groomed enough where I can adapt. You grow up with 10, 12 in a house, you learn to manage a lot of personalities, and you more of the middle sibling. You get to learn from the top. You look and be bossed, and then you get your turn where you're like, absolutely. You know how you want to move and not do things. So it's just moving into the corporate world did hurt because it was just like I'm 6'3", I'm sitting at a desk at USA and my knees is hitting it something after a couple jobs. So literally right after college, basketball didn't work out. Came back home, and I'm like, okay, trying to find a job with a college degree, no experience. Denied, overqualified, underqualified.
Isn't that sad? It's so sad.
It is. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. So it's like, got my first job, $8 an hour, got a raise, $9 an hour. But literally,
with a college degree.
With a college degree.
It was a hit in the throat. Working for certain people.
And you don't have to tell me the amount, but did you have debt? Oh no, you went to school kind of.
No, actually, I did. Credit card debt first.
Okay. So a little bit of debt from school.
Yeah, it was still some.
But still, nonetheless, coming
out. Not $67,000 debt.
But still, can you imagine? Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, come on, Biden.
I'm sorry.
Help me out, Biden.
Debt forgiveness. Yes. But started, working at that call center, and I was literally working about 60, 70 hours a week because wherever I worked, I worked all the overtime they offered. So I was literally like, I felt like wherever aspect I was in life, if I give 130%, then I can't fail. You're going to grow through what you go through. So $8, $9 an hour, worked there for about a year, got moved to Cons Collections, did that because I love you got bonuses every month. So I'm like, dang, if you work harder, you get paid more? Sign me up now.
Yeah.
Worked over there for about a year. Then I was like, okay, now I got to get some corporate experience. I got to get a good name on my resume. USA came up as a contractor job. So you kind of learn with contractor jobs, you can get cut. But I was like, I'll take the risk because it's a year contract. I'm going to show my value in a year, and I will
That's
get.
That's the athlete in you, like, oh wait,
yeah, it's like
you could always gotten cut. You could always gotten okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna show my value. Got hired on USA, whatnot. Did that for about 4.5 years. Moved over to Northwestern Mutual, 5-6 months, and I got to really learn just the financial aspect because I love my numbers game. I love the numbers game, and I feel like if you study numbers enough in the financial world, you can kind of see how we can maybe make money work better. Because working at USA, I got to study accounts. Working in the fraud department, you see how people spend their money, this and that. So I got to see no matter how much somebody was making, usually when they got paid, they were already spend everything they got. So in my mind, I'm already looking at, dang, do they have investment accounts? Are they even saving anything? So I'm like, I'm learning diversity. We're looking at their rank, seeing like you get to learn something. And I'm working 80-hour weeks. So at USA for 3 years, I did 80-hour work weeks. So shout out to my wife. She stuck through, saw my vision, this and that. Fast forward, Northwestern Mutual, I left last May. Been in the investment world full time for almost a year now. But I had been doing penny stocks I was at USA. So I was the nut telling some of my guys, hey, do some penny stock, put a few hundred here. So I would literally pay my bills, and I literally put all my money towards investments because I was like, in my mind, I was like, I can go get the cars, clothes, shoes, house later. Use this money to flip my money, go get that later. So I stayed very frugal for many, many years because I just don't like to waste money.
Right.
But you just got to understand just the value of
you need to be my financial advisor, what you need to be.
So,
look. I'll tell you right now.
The mic can hear you, man.
I'll tell you right now what to stop spending money on.
Oh, my God.
Well.
So back to barbecue.
But no, I did leave Northwestern Mutual for the aspect of, I was like, man, I know I can make more in the penny stock world. And then when I originally got in Northwestern Mutual, I loved the idea of managing clients. But as I got to manage more clients, and you go through making financial plans for them, and I'm like, man, and it's you do spend time away from family more and more, and I was just like, I want my goals to align where I can see my family grow, wake up every day, and I know I'm already going to be organized on myself, my schedule, my plan, where I don't have to have somebody saying, hey, did you go to work? But I knew Northwestern Mutual gave me a good chance because it was a contracting job. You don't work, you don't eat. Simple put. So you got to put in the work.
Right?
Exactly. So that was kind of like I jumped in, meeting goals, this and that. But I stepped away from Northwestern Mutual because I was just like, man, I can go make me more money on my own. And I like managing accounts, but the percentages they're paying me on that after a year in residual is still not even equating to half of what I'm making in the stock world. So I was like, man, I can maybe show some advice, give some pointers of what has helped me to manage accounts, but to people who want to manage their accounts, but I was just like, I don't want that hassle of, hey, did you help me make my money each year from each person? Because you build different relationships, and for me, I'm big on genuine friends and family. So I wasn't just going to go find clients that I never knew and never met in life just because they can make me money. I can get a percentage of, hey, they drive a Ferrari, maybe I can manage their portfolio. I was like, I'm going to start with my friends and family. Let's build us. But through the penny stock world, I had been doing that since USA, telling somebody, that's why some of my friends that work at USA still and moved up, doing awesome. They're like, man, that guy, they remember me, like working those hours, day and night, tired, all the holidays, missing those. And my wife, I'm explaining to her, like, hey, I'm Christmas, Thanksgiving. I remember that sitting at the computer, look, 12-hour days, and still got to do my workouts. And you got to keep your sanity, too, because I don't care what nobody says.
Balance, yeah.
Humans get tired.
Yeah.
And when we hit that rock bottom and get exhausted, and you build a new human almost to get back up. But just when I quit there, I was like, okay, I need to be all in. And when I say all in, I was like, how can I help more people, but also kind of stay out of the limelight? So the penny stock guru thing was for me like extremely important because I was like, I had for years seen how people use Twitter to help and to hurt people, and I was like, I'm here genuine, I'm not charging, they can see my track record, and look, I'm like, put me to the light if you don't think I'm authentic. Go look at my track record. I'm not here, I'm genuine.
How many followers you got now?
I'm at almost 19,000, I think at 18,400, but literally last May I was about 300, so it's like, I feel like, I truly believe that if you put in the work, energy is contagious. You're gonna meet. I had people message me on Twitter.
It's true.
That they done told me, look, it almost brought me to tears. They're like, I've been able to pay for this and that, pay off debt, be financially free, walk out of the job they didn't like. I'm never gonna say that the corporate world isn't good. I said it just depend on what goals you have and what you want to do in life.
It wasn't your path.
Yeah, if I didn't know penny stocks, yes, I would still be in the corporate world working my way up because I'm like, wherever I'm at, I have to move up. Like, I'm thinking in my mind, you're here, okay, how can you grow? So the penny stock guru thing really took off, and it really just, it was awesome. It's been a blessing, and penny stocks is definitely, I would say, something that if you don't know anything about it, then find you somebody to do before you just jump in. Otherwise, it's gonna feel like you're buying a lottery ticket. But literally, I dissect everything with refinancials. I'll go reach out to companies, CEOs. I'll sift through court dockets. I've listened to court hearings, paid the money for that, and people see how transparent I am when I put my research out there. I'm never going to say, go buy that. I'm going to say, I'm buying that because of this, and that. So you can think, because I feel like if we challenge each other to think, now he go fish. He might go find us the next stock to make us look a few $100,000. I'm just being honest. Penny stocks run every day a few 100%. So it's more so positioning yourself prior to buy low and be patient. So with dabbling into the penny stock world, I play along hot sectors, and then I start to position myself because the market fluctuates throughout the year. So whether you got oil, gas, gold, unfortunately we've been having a pandemic, you have people making PPE equipment, you get government contracts. So I really spent many years just studying the market. And I would see people who had a lot of followers on Twitter, and I would just watch and study them and see how they acted when things went good and bad. And I just got to learn how to maneuver to really be able to be like, I can keep a lot of the drama out of this and help people and still be okay. Like, that's a win for me. So just